Hi, welcome to Love Saranghae with Peter and Andrea. In the next 30 minutes, we'll take you on a journey into the exciting world of entrepreneurship, relationships, and the secrets behind achieving that coveted glow. Are you ready? Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of Love Saranghae with us, Peter and Andrea. Today we're talking about something many of us in colder climates deal with, winter skincare. As the temperatures drop, so does the moisture in the air, and our skin often pays the price. Dryness, irritation, redness, and even breakouts can flare up in these colder months. But don't worry, we're here to guide you through the best ways to protect, nourish, and care for your skin all winter long. From creating a perfect winter skincare routine to understanding which products work wonders and which ones to avoid, we've got you covered. Let's go.
All right. Thank you, Andrea, for that wonderful introduction. All right, why don't we just start by talking about winter, what happens in winter, and why it's important for us to kind of take note of that. So, winter skin is a problem both in warmer climates and colder climates. The reason why is that in warmer climates as well, the inside is very dry due to heaters and air conditioning apparatuses, I guess. The way our skin becomes very dry and sensitive is through multiple mechanisms of the cold. So number one is that when the air gets dry outside, it pulls moisture from our skin, right? So there's a moisture differential, and it pulls from our skin. The second thing is convection. So anybody who you know about, you blow a fan to you, the air that moves through our skin also draws out moisture. So there's conduction and convection, right? So that's double the problem. The third thing is that the cold itself makes our blood vessels vasoconstrict. So when you're warm, your blood vessels vasodilate. And when you're cold, it vasoconstricts to save core energy, core heat. And that has a way of basically making your skin even more dry because it takes all function away from the rest of your body to make sure that your core temperature is protected. And that's the reason why in the winter months, our skin is so dry. No matter how hard we try, it becomes extremely dry. So that's the problem you're trying to solve. And actually, the last part is, it's not just the fact that it's uncomfortable or that it doesn't look great. When our skin is irritated, cracking, and dry, the function of our skin, which is our body's largest organ, is compromised. So we get more, you get sicker, more infections, we don't look so great. All of that stuff.
Speak for yourself.
And so you have a solution. Either you fly down to, a tropical climate for 6 months out of the year, which is a very viable solution, or you protect your skin with a winter skincare routine. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
That's what we're going to talk about today. So before we get right into the actual routine, are there any specific ingredients that we should be looking for in winter skincare products?
Great question. So not really. It's not the same as looking for a concentrated corrective like a retinol or a bakuchiol or vitamin C. Those are great for skin conditioning. But specifically for winter skin, what you're looking for is moisturization in layers, right? So like a serum, cream, and then you need to seal that moisturization, right? So you know how we talk about non-condimogenic? So when you put Vaseline on your face, it becomes like clog port, et cetera. The flip side is also true. So when you put something that's non-condimogenic or something that doesn't clog your skin pores, that also allows moisture to evaporate out. The permutation works both ways. So in winter, it actually makes sense to put Vaseline on your face. Only problem is you'll severely break out and it's not great. So you got to choose one or the other, right? So then it doesn't
actually make sense.
No, so it doesn't make sense. But so the key then is how do we get a product to seal our moisture in without clogging our pores? And that happens to do with a mixture of facial oils you can use. There could be also natural as well that do not clog your skin. The key is the combination. So you're trying to layer on solutions or serums and creams and sealants that help moisturize hydrate, and then seal that in, especially at nighttime.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Lock all that good stuff in. So then what would be your suggested foundational skincare routine? Something that most people who are listening could probably do and could have good results.
Okay. So the customers who've been with us for years, the last 6 or 7 years, they already know what I'm going to say because they've been using this for years and quite happy with it. And anyone who knows me will always talk about the 5 pillars of skincare, right? So you're always going to start with cleansing, exfoliation, correctives, healing, and then moisturizing and protection, right? I'm going to assume you're going to do the first parts of those pillars, which is cleanse and then cleanse and exfoliate and correct. Those are things you do every time of the year. But if we're talking about just winterization of our skincare, I'm going to talk about the last 2 pillars, okay? So there are 3 products that I always recommend from our product line. You can get that from any other brand, but you're looking for the same philosophy. Our 3 product line will be some sort of serum to penetrate our skin and hydrate at a deeper level, a cream to moisturize and hydrate at the surface level, and then a sealant, something to protect and seal that moisture so you don't lose it as quickly. The first would be Aurora Bioactive Collagen Serum or Deep Radiance Essence and Serum or Common Glow Snail Mucin. Any one of those 3 would be fine. Personally, I would choose the Deep Radiance plus maybe Common Glow, because the Snail Mucin is not really a serum. It's a hybrid between a serum and a cream. It works really well for winter.
I was going to say that too.
But you want something a little deeper. Yeah.
In the winter, I would do both. In the summer, you don't need to have as many things to do because you're sweating. It's just a different environment. But in the winter, if you can add one more step, I would say do either the Aurora, but I really like the Aurora Bioactive Collagen Serum, so I'm kind of partial to that one. But I always include the Snail Mucin after.
Yeah.
And then my moisturizer, and then my oil protectant. But we'll get there. We're almost there.
So the second step after that would be either your Bioactive Collagen Cream or your Firm and Lift Regeneration Cream. Again, it depends on your skin type, your skin concerns, and where you are in the world. Like Alaska in January or Mount Washington, New Hampshire in January versus South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, a little different choices, right? And the last one would be our Nourishing Radiance Beauty Elixir. That Beauty Elixir, by the way, and so those 3 or 4 product combinations will work in almost every winterized or winter care solution.
Before you move on to the elixir, let's go through that again. We have a cleanser, double cleanser, toner. Then we have a serum or an active if you're using active. So
if you are using active,
vitamin C, retinol, whatever. And then from there, you're going to use a serum. So either the Deep Radiance or the Aurora serum. Then you're going to add the Snail Mucin. And then you're going to add either the Aurora Bioactive Collagen Cream or the Firm and Lift Cream, depending on whether or not you have dry skin, you live in cold weather, or you live in a warmer climate. The Aurora is lighter. The Firm and Lift is thicker. And then we're going to move on to the protectant step, the nourishing protectant step, which is, Peter?
The Nourishing Radiance Beauty Elixir.
That's it.
And you can add drops to your cream, mix it together, or you can add it as a final step after, wait about 10, 20 seconds and add it at the end. So the Nourishing Beauty Elixir has been around for about, it's been around 6 years. There's a story behind it. So we developed this elixir because I needed a solution for frostbite.
Oh,
I used to get, I got frostbite plumbing Mount Washington in minus 40 degrees Celsius weather and 100-mile-per-hour winds. So we developed the elixir to protect against those extreme conditions. And you'll know what I mean when you go skiing with this thing. You go skiing or you go outside for a little while. The elixir protects you from the elements. So in the nighttime, it'll help seal and make sure that you don't lose moisture. But in the daytime, It will protect against wind and the elements. That's what it was meant for. Now, mind you, you don't go on to 100-mile-per-hour winds and negative 40 degrees Celsius without protecting your skin. I'm saying that it's a layer you put on first, and then you protect your skin through, a balaclava or other clothing. But that's what it was actually meant for. That's how I developed it.
So I'll tell you, the elixir is interesting because it has many benefits, and that is one of them. So the elements, protection from the elements is a big one. But I would also say it's really good for your cuticles and your nails.
It is.
It's really good for the ends of the hair, like the split ends in the hair. Some people even mix it with their eye cream and love it.
Yeah.
So the elixir has been an interesting evolution because our customers are getting really experimental and curious with their products, and they're trying things in different ways. And it's turning out to have many benefits. So the elixir is also another benefit is you can use it with the gua sha. So the facial massage tool, it's a beautiful combination of argan oil, primrose, primrose oil, rosehip oil.
And 2% niacinamide.
It's very, very good for your skin. And using that with the gua sha, it's amazing. Highly recommend.
Yeah, the 3 oil combination is excellent. As those of you know, or those of you who are in the skincare world know argan oil very well. It's got a combination of oleic and linoleic acids, and it's a great source of vitamin E. It is well known in the skincare world, in the hair care world as well. Isn't there a Moroccan oil or something? I think that's argan oil, to be honest.
Argan oil.
Yeah, it's argan. That's the brand is Moroccan, but the actual oil is argan.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of 3 argan oil, evening primrose, rosehip with 2% niacinamide. So it's a really, really great formula. Been around for years. Okay. It's been a staple in our skincare routine.
Yeah. So before we sign off today, what are some overlooked ways outside of skincare that we can do to protect our skin from the winter, like diet, hydration, lifestyle? What else can we do to take care of our winter skin?
Okay, so the first is obvious. You got to drink more water, right? So outside, you've got colder, dropping temperatures and wind. Inside, you have heaters, which are very dry, right? Unless somebody has a humidifier in there, but most offices and buildings don't. So drink lots of water because you don't even know how much water you're losing. And there's a difference between moisturization of skin and hydration of skin. You got to do both. And most people are very dehydrated just in the winter months without even realizing.
I would say in general.
In general, drink lots of water, okay?
Can I add to that before you go
Sure.
on? Also, keep in mind, if you're drinking hot water all day, that's different. Hot water does not hydrate you the way cool, and I don't want to say cold, because cold water is not really good for you either.
Room temperature,
ambient water, that is the optimal temperature for maximum hydration. So keep that in mind. If you're sipping on a cup of tea all day, you're actually dehydrating yourself. So coffee doesn't count as water. Also.
I drink coffee all day long. The second thing is cover up. Okay, I know some people think that it's like, it's a badge of honor to go out in shorts and not wear gloves and scarves. Have you ever noticed that exactly. Have you ever noticed that when you don't wear gloves, your hands get really dry and cracky very fast, right? But when they wear a glove, it gets a little sweaty, maybe it's a little hot. So when you cover up, you are basically sealing away the moisture. The moisture has nowhere to go, so it just kind of builds up in your glove and it gets all sweaty and wet. When you don't have any protection, it goes up into the air. It evaporates. You're losing moisture as fast as if it's possible. So you don't even notice that because you don't see water vapors coming out of your body. But what happens is you lose moisture really, really quickly. So wear your gloves, wear a hat, cover up where it needs to be, and layer up. So if you're too hot, you wear 3 layers or 2 layers. Take off a layer, right? You don't have to wear a massive parka and nothing underneath. Just wear layers of clothes where you can be comfortable. By the way, that's the rule of the mountains, right? When we climb, we layer up. Whenever it gets too hot, take off a layer. If it's too cold, put on a layer. And we do that meticulously because if you don't, you may not survive in the mountains. So anybody
Are there,
who's
any other,
up in,
are there any other things that normal people who don't climb mountains can do outside of layering up and drinking water to improve the
skincare,
dryness in the winter?
the dryness? I mean, those are the two big things. You do those two really, really well. I think it makes a huge difference. Obviously, the last one is sleep. Sleep is for everything.
I have another one.
Okay, so
Don't
before I go,
take hot-
sleep.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So, sorry, before my wife goes into the last one, sleep is extremely, extremely important for everything, but also skin in the wintertime.
100%. I think if you could just do that really well and get your rest, like a solid 7 to 8 hours every night consistently, protect your bedtime routine and go to bed early on time, wake up around the same time, that would solve a lot of problems. And I'm learning that the hard way, but it is true that the better quality sleep you have, the better everything is. Your mood, you feel better, you're more energized, more patient for all the parents out there. The other one I wanted to share with you, I think is really important, especially in the winter, is to try to avoid taking really hot showers.
Oh, yes.
And I know that's really hard to do because it's cold and you just want to be in a hot bath or you want to be in a hot shower for those 5 minutes and just warm up. It's really drying out your skin. So if you can just turn the heat down a little bit, the temperature down a little bit, it will make all the difference.
That's what I say to you, Andrea. Turn the temperature down at night. We save some money. I don't want to pay for those massive heating bills.
We're talking about water.
Oh, that's true. Okay, sorry. Okay, well, heat too. All right.
Anyway, that's a wrap for today's episode of Love Saranghae with us, Peter and Andrea. Winter may be tough on the skin, but with the right routine, products, and care, you can keep it healthy, hydrated, and glowing all season long. Remember, it's not just about the products you use, but also how you use them. If you love today's tips, have more specific questions, or just want to say hi, reach out to us at Aurora Skin or at Love Saranghae Skin, or you can email us anytime. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay warm, stay hydrated, and stay glowing.
Take care.
Thanks for listening to Love Saranghae with us, Peter and Andrea. If you've enjoyed this episode, leave us a review. Your ratings and reviews help more people like you find our show. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode and share this podcast with someone you think would love it. Until next time, love yourself, love one another, and love the world.